Hey, welcome to me, Paul Clough, and the 5-Minute Quickie on Personal Development Unplugged. And what I wanted to talk about today was, well, think about this. If it feels right, if it feels good, then don't do it. Now that's completely opposite to what I normally say. I normally say if it feels good, go do it. But you see, here's the thing. I've noticed that some people, just because something feels right, they go ahead and do it straight away. They just do it for no other reason but the emotion for feeling good. Okay, take gambling. That's the thing that makes you feel good or exciting for some people there and then in the moment. But longevity of that, who wins? Taking drugs, taking these things. In the moment, there's a good feeling. But what I'm thinking of more is that when we think about our plans, taking action on the things that we want, then yes, things have to feel right. They have to feel good. But what I want you to do first is, obviously if you're thinking of doing something that doesn't feel good, doesn't feel right, it's probably your unconscious mind telling you exactly everything about that. But just wait a moment. Just notice, is that just a touch of anxiety because you've never done it before? Is it something that you just need to plan a little bit? So just because it doesn't feel quite right, why don't you just stop for a moment and on a piece of paper and with a pencil, or pen, you can use pen if you want, but just go and write down the things that are stopping you from making that decision, from stopping you doing that action, the things that you think that might go wrong, the things that are creating that feeling. Because you just might find that maybe it's an absolute idiotic thing to think about and you can throw it away when you've done that process. Or you might just find, well, it's just a little bit of anxiety, or there's a bit I don't know. I haven't got that information, I haven't got that knowledge yet, which means, well, why don't you find out? Find somebody who has that information, who's done it before, or read about it. Bloody Google, YouTube, there's so much information everywhere. So just because it doesn't feel right doesn't mean you don't do it. It just means you explore it a little deeper. And then there's that other bit I just mentioned. If it feels good, feels right, don't do it. All I'm saying now is, again, pause, stop, and just for a moment, write down on a piece of paper all the things that feels good. And then just look of, well, what would happen if? Have I got all the information? Am I just jumping first? Or do I need a little bit more? Because if it feels good, it's probably the right thing to do. But before you jump into it without focusing on what you want and actually making sure that you've got all the resources you need to do it, then when you do that, you're going to move forward and you're going to have those resources, which means you're going to get the success that you want, you crave for, and that's what'll happen. Your dreams become reality because you're focusing on what you want, but making sure you've got the resources to back it up. So that's all I'm saying. If it feels good, just pause. Pause a moment. Take a stock of the resources you have, take a stock of the resources you'll need, and just make a plan. And when you make that plan using those baby steps, holding on to that feeling, they call it the feeling of the wish fulfilled, the feeling as if you got the goal, the thing that you wanted, what's that feeling going to be like? And holding on to that feeling, start making those baby steps. Because now you're making considered decisions. And the more right you feel, the better actions and decisions you're going to take. And if it doesn't feel right, but you've decided that you can find the right information, you can find the resources, you've just got to, yes, you may be going into a boundary or through a boundary you haven't been before, that's cool. Just have those mitigation steps, have the fallback, have a plan B if you need to. Because when you've got that, then you've got the confidence to go forward again. And it will start to feel right. And because you've taken just a few moments, a few minutes of your life, you're going to then create something which is, I think, better than you could imagine. But also, it'll stop you wasting time on doing those things that fall flat on their face only because we didn't take that moment or two out of it. My thoughts on feeling good, not feeling good. Because you can still get, I know people, because it didn't feel good, by the way, have thrown away an idea, and it was the most brilliant idea, but it's thrown away too soon. I also know people who have acted on impulse. I think we all have. And that didn't work either. And I'm going to give you a way where you can utilize both feelings. Wow. So hats off to me. That's what I say, hats off to me. Anyway, this is Paul Clough, or I am, not this is. I'm Paul Clough from Personal Development Unplugged. This is your 5-minute quickie. It's on video, it's obviously on audio. So just enjoy making those wonderful decisions and taking massive action to get the dreams to become your reality. Okay. If you enjoy this, please share. It'll be a great thing to do. It'll make me feel good, and we'll just get more of it and get more people doing the things that we know they're capable of, but they just haven't done it yet. That's massive. It's going to create great change in the world. So 5-minute quickie is done. Enjoy, and I'll speak to you and see you next time. Bye bye now.